In Christ we find unshakable hope. Our rock, our foundation, helping us to
Hello, welcome to my channel Judge All Nation. In this video, Christian Prince will make understanding and education about Islam to all Muslims. Also, Christian Prince educates Muslims that in the Lord Jesus there is truth and no other. Now let's take a look and see what Christian Prince will tell you by arguing with Muslims. Enjoy watching this video and God bless you.
And I'm expecting that, they say to me, can you make a topic about this? And then when you make it, nobody call. All right, here we go. We designated a time for this topic only. Let me post my Skype for you. All right, this is my Skype. I will post it in Discord. Actually, the one in Discord is not needed. I will post it in Rumble and in YouTube for the one who like to use a Skype. So either Discord or Skype, choose one. All right. And now we will see as I don't know, they send me like 100 email, CP, please do, we did not talk about, we need advice, etc. And I think what happened, people, they want to talk about things, but usually the first one to call is going to encourage the rest. So there's many people, they are shy to call, All right, we have Redneck.
Hello, Christian Prince. This is James. You remember me?
Yeah, I remember you. You are the one who make a wallet, right?
Yes, sir.
And I prayed for you. I prayed for your health, right?
That's another thing I need advice on because
yeah, I see. I have a very strong memory, my brother. I just heard your voice. I remember you right away, even though I spoke to you only once. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Remember when I told you I have mental health problems?
Yeah.
Satan likes to torture me. The demons like to torture me with my mental health problems, and I try to focus on Christ. And the biggest issue that I have is there's a part of me wants to be with Christ, and there's a part of me wants to be part of the world.
Okay, what is the? Can you be more specific about the word?
Follow my fleshly desires.
Yeah,
but I'm also
like women, you mean?
Women, money, all that.
All right.
And there's a part of me that wants to be with Christ because I'm tired of suffering and I'm tired of carrying the cross. But I need to carry my cross, if you get where I'm coming from.
Are you like, if we advise you to get married, are you able to maintain a family, or you think you cannot?
Not at this moment.
All right. So you see, like people asked me before, about the same issues, because everybody, struggle with this, not only you. And this goes for men and women. It's not only for men, because both of us, we have desire, right? We are created when God, he created Adam. Adam was used to call Adam and Eve. So both of us, we have the desire of the world, as you call it, sexuality, money, wealth, clothing, beauty, to be famous, fame, to have light on us, to be stars. But if we read in the Bible, we know that Jesus, he said, one of his famous phrases in John 8:11, he said to the woman who is sinner, he said to her, I don't judge you, go and sin no more. So I advise you always, when you feel like you are weak and your will of resisting is weakening, just go with that sentence to prevent you from doing what is wrong. Go and sin no more. So, but maybe you should print it in your bedroom or where you sit, and remember it always, wherever you turn your head, remember it that Jesus says, go and sin no more. Because, sin, it's like, I don't know if you sometimes you feel hungry at night, even though you are not really hungry. I mean, you can go sleep, and it's not even good to eat late, But because you saw some commercial on TV, so the food tempted you, even though you are fine, you do not need to eat, you don't have to. So you go and you grab the food and you start eating, which means there is something else controlling your mind. It's not you. Something was able to control your mind to make you go to your kitchen, make food, come back and start eating, even though you do not need it, and it's not healthy to do so. That is what they use. They call it the commercial. So the commercial around us is made to control our desire and make us buy things. But the word buy goes for everything. Like I can make you a buy to buy an idea, not necessarily by money, but by adopting it. I can make you buy a belief, not necessarily by money, or I can make you buy a product. All right. Now the world is full of product, and you are the consumer. So either you let other influence you and control you, or you control yourself and your desire. So the same we see food and TV, we see women around us and desire, and many of those women, they wear very revealing clothing in order to do the commerce, like to attempt to tempt you, because they want to show, they want the men to look at them. This is mostly the purpose of this, especially if they are wearing some kind of clothing which is obvious that they are seeking attention. They are not seeking just a dress. So you will be tempted no matter what you do. You can be tempted by food, you can be tempted by money, you can be tempted by women, but you cannot be tempted if you are a person who decides not to be tempted. It's all in the brain. I understand that you have a health issue, with yourself. However, I believe that if you stay with the specific phrase and you insist to follow it, you will be fine, which is go and sin no more. So the second we get tempted with anything, if it is sin, just right away close the door in it and never think about
it. Yes, Christian Prince. And there's another thing is I have a hard time coping with the evil in the world also. Not just specifically with desires or passions, but also with the demons. They like to cause harm to me. So
like what?
Like temptations.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. You see, the first demon who is tempting you is you. Yeah. You see, we blame Satan for everything, but the fact Satan starts within us, because if we don't open the door for sin, the sin will not get in. So what we do, I say, you know what, I don't want to commit sin, but I will open the door a little bit so I can take a look, and then when I take a look, I need to take more look, and then I need like the door getting more open and more open, and then suddenly, you will find yourself like this is happening for all of us, including me, so there is some some people try to tempt you. Some women, maybe she like you, maybe she is not a bad woman, but still, it's a temptation. And if you are not able to get married for a health problem, then the only way for you is just not to allow the door to open. Just keep it closed and stay close to the Lord by praying, reading the Bible, reminding yourself that the wage of sin is death. So I say things, I think of things, myself, I think about things, and because I will be tempted. It's not only you, everybody. we will be tempted, but there is thinking about it and there's doing it. Thinking is the start. When you start thinking of something, either you let it go to be an action, or you fight the thinking and keep it away. Keep it. It's just it was an idea. I will not let it grow. So sin is like a seed, like a seed of a weed. You see the weed coming a little bit. You say, you know what? Let it grow. It's still little one, and then the weed will grow and grow and grow, and then will take over your vegetables. Will take over your life. So one weed, then two weeds, then the whole garden will be nothing but weeds. So it's your decision. You have to fight it, and I understand that you have a health issue. However, I see in you a wise person, because thinking about it, thinking to resist it, that means, even though you say you have a mental health issue, that means still you have a good functioning brain who is able to recognize what is wrong and what's right. All right?
All right. I'll be more like Jesus in the wilderness when Satan was tempting him. I'll try my best.
Yeah.
With
Do your best, and in a fight, you have to fight always, because this will happen to everyone. Don't think it's about you. This is about everyone, every human being, women, children's. A child will be tempted by candies. Everyone is tempted by his size. It's who you are. So a child, like when I was a kid, they used to hide the baklava from me. Like I'm a dangerous baklava guy. So I go home, I smell the baklava, I cannot stop myself. And then they hide it. I mean, you cannot be. Actually, once I smelled a baklava, and they hide it. I could not find it anywhere, but I smell it. I can tell they did it. So I look, and even in the closet, I look in the shelves, I look in the storehouse, I look in the second floor, the third floor. I came down, and then there's one place I did not look. It was the laundry machine. I opened the laundry machine, I found the baklava inside, and it had a paper in the top of it saying to me with my name, please don't eat it. So here we go out, you are a kid, still you will be tempted, So either you will be driven by your temptation and you act like a mad person, or you have to control yourself. So which one? And if you don't control yourself, you can end even with the troubles. Not only just a desire. You can end really in jail, because somebody he have a desire to get rich. How he do it? Maybe he wanna get rich so fast, so he make a robbery, and then you destroy your life. All right?
Yes, Christian Prince. God bless you. I'll pray for you, and you pray for me.
Thank you. Always a prayer. This is why I remember your voice, actually, because I prayed for you.
God bless you.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, we have next, we have Monica. Sorry. Go ahead, Monica. Are you there, Monica? I guess Monica is not here. Okay, go River.
Hello, Christian Prince. It's nice to meet you finally.
Thank you.
So my question was, like, I struggle with like fearing people, and like especially like people who like disagree, and like when I would speak to them about like my Christian faith, because they have some disagreements, I would sense this fear inside of them. So for me, it's like,
what do you do exactly? Sorry, I could not understand. What do you do?
Oh, so when I speak to them like about Christ and stuff like that, they get scared in the sense I see the fear in their like eyes, like.
Okay, like are you speaking in a violent way, or what? What is the reason?
No, I speak to them like how I'm speaking to you right now.
Okay. Well, that's not your fault. I mean, if somebody gets scared, I used to go in the elevator, and then I say good morning, nobody answer, because I look scary. It's not what I can do about it. So there is no reason for people to be scared of you, unless maybe you are intimidating the way maybe the way you look. Otherwise, why they will be scared?
I don't know. They're just not used to people like speaking up, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe you get aggressive so fast, like in the way you discuss.
No, I think like they're not used to when I speak to them, they're not used to that kind of like when they meet people in the church, they're normally used to speaking to them rather than the other way around. You know, that makes sense. Like they're used to, them teaching others, but not the other way around. You know, when I go to the church elders and I speak with them.
So they feel, let us say, they feel they are offended because you are teaching them, and maybe they think you aren't qualified.
Yes, that's what I noticed. Yes, they're like.
Yeah,
that's what I saw.
Well, that's normal because somebody, he is so proud of himself, and then somebody else, he, maybe they don't know you much, they don't know how much you know, and he argue about something, they will be offended because simply either they are wrong and they don't want to admit it, or you are wrong and you are being stubborn. So we do not know which one.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to find out which one is the reason. If they are wrong, if you are sure they are wrong, that means they are just being arrogant. And the Bible speak about how to deal with arrogance. If somebody is arrogant and is wrong, that will not make him treated differently, and that will make you back down. You should still insist to rebuke the person, and fix what he's saying.
Yeah.
If it's the opposite, then you should be careful and maybe apologize if you are the one who is making the mistake.
Of course. When I would share with younger people or my age, right, there wouldn't be that kind of opposition in a sense. There wouldn't be that same thing. It's just when I share it with people who are like the older in the church, the 30s and 40s, 50 years old, that's when it was, for some, not all, for some it was kind of like that. Strange.
All right. Well, I advise you not to talk to everybody in the same way because people are different.
Yeah.
They have different level of intelligence, different level of education, and age too. So when I speak to a kid, I better speak to him as if I am a kid like him, not as an adult.
Yes.
Same when we speak to a very old person, we have to speak with care and love and mercy because they are old. And when we speak with someone who is arrogant, then we deal with this person differently. So we have to study every person like individually, not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do you think that there is like this kind of like they look down this kind of idea that the older people in the church that have been serving the church for years, they kind of look down upon the people who are younger? I don't know if you've seen that anywhere, or
it's about how wise the person you are speaking to, because somebody can be younger, but he can teach me something.
Yeah.
Who care if you see the age? Can be the effect of age is depend in the person how much he learned in his life. You will see someone, he is 70 years old, but he's acting as a 17. He's a teenage, he's silly, he's stupid. So we respect the age. The Bible commands us to do that for old people, to be caring for them. However, when you listen to a person, and I said, you speak based on the age and who they are and etc. However, even though I can speak to someone he is so young, but if he is so wise, I have to speak to him as he is. He's wise. He's different. So there is someone, he is a kid, but he is maybe more mature than someone he is 10 years older. So we have to listen. We have to receive. When we speak to people, we have to receive them in the conversation, and then we have to analyze how wise, how smart, how shallow, how deep, how educated. It's depending of the age or gender, because not all women are the same, not all men are the same, and not all young youth are the same. Individual, we are individual. God, He created us individual. Every one of us is different. There's someone,
Yes.
if you don't say to him the truth as it is, he get upset. There's someone, if you say the truth as it is, he will be very upset. There's someone, he insists that you should tell him the truth even if it hurt, and there's someone else, he hate if somebody told him the truth. So we have to know we are talking to who, and we need to learn how we, let us say, deliver the dose of the conversation.
Absolutely.
All right.
Do you do that with Muslims as well? Do you kind of gauge that as well?
You do it with everybody. You do it with everybody. You know, even your parents. Like if even you say your wife, you come home. You know, we use the word mood. We use the word mood. You know, like somebody in a bad mood, right? Bad mood.
I actually do have a wife.
Sorry,
I actually do have a wife. Funny.
you don't have a wife?
I do.
Ah, okay. So you go. Maybe your wife, she have a bad mood. You know.
Yes.
So you don't open a conversation in the wrong time, even though this is the same woman you love and she love you, etc. So everything have a time. You have to be smart about when you open a conversation, when you close it. There's time for serious, there's time for fun, there's time. So you have to be wise in everything, and you have to receive people before you communicate. So if we go home, you find your wife, she doesn't sound right. I mean, she doesn't sound like in a good mood. Then avoid something will make it worse. You know, wait until for a better time. So always we have to receive before we send. Usually, what we do, we send before we receive. Like we make the call without, you know, looking if the one who will receive our call is ready for it. All right. So if I go to a funeral and I make a joke, that is, even the joke may be so funny, right? Maybe it's good to say it because people, they will get out of their sadness. But you have to be smarter. I mean, this is a funeral. People are sad for a good reason. So you say a joke, you look like an idiot. But in different place, you can say the joke and everybody will like it. So we have to, you know, we have to examine the one who receive our words and our conversation before we make the call and talk to them. And that goes for everything in life.
Oh, okay. Just one small thing quickly before I go. Thank you for answering the questions. 3 years ago, I actually messaged you on Patreon, even though I wasn't supposed to, and I was actually praying for something like this. So God has delivered, and I've got to speak to you for the first time. So that's awesome.
Thank you, my friend. Good to have you. God bless.
Have a good day.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. I think we have Sirach was next. Go ahead, Sirach.
Shalom, CP.
Hello.
Hey, do you hear me?
I hear you. If you can speak louder, please.
Is it good now?
It's good now. Okay.
I have a question. I'm originally from Eritrea, and
From where?
Eritrea,
All right.
and I live in Sudan a couple of years, and but Arabic is really bad, you know, and I can't write or read. So, do you have any advice how I can start learning Arabic?
I have a channel in YouTube where we have a class and for free. It's called Arab for Christ. You can go and follow up the classes like how to read the alphabet, how to make words, how to write, how to make a sentence. So feel free, go watch them one by one and teach yourself. You know.
Okay.
All right.
I will do that. Appreciate CP.
Yeah, Safir, he just posted for you the link for the YouTube. You can just click on it and join. All right.
Okay, thank you, brother.
All
God
right.
bless you.
God bless you. I don't know who was next, Antonio or.
Yes, Christian Prince. I don't really have much to add. The brother that was Forever Song that pulled up, yesterday he was talking in the chat. He's a prophet and he's like Jesus. So that's why he was talking about we're scared of him.
Who,
So I just want to
who is the
clarify
one?
what you
Who is the one who you said he is? He said he's a
the
prophet.
one that you just talked to two times ago, like 2 person ago. Reverend
James.
Song, the one that
James.
said,
James.
no, he's not James. He's called Reverend Song. He's in the chat right now. He's in the audience. He was talking about he's a prophet, and we asked him the prophecy that he
Okay.
can give, and we said he's a false prophet, and he said he's like Jesus, and we're like telling him you're disrespecting Jesus by doing that, and that's why you think we're scared of him for some reason.
Well, you know, maybe he prophesied that many women they will have their period next month. I did that too. So there's a lot of silly people. You know what we can say. All right.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, CB.
You're welcome.
I have one question though.
All
I've
right.
been thinking. I've been preaching the gospel, like on Monkey. I just talk to people live and to share my camera and stuff with them. But like, I feel a bit drained. I've been working on a couple of documents, a few documents and stuff, and I'm just trying to learn more about the faith and learn more about the effects of my faith. But I feel drained. So what do you think I should do, CP? I've been praying, I've been reading, I've been studying the Bible all the time, but I'm drained right now. I don't know what to do.
You see, knowledge is and faith are connected. So if I wanna like, let us say you are sick, you go to the doctor. This doctor, he have a clinic, he have a sign, but he don't have a degree. Do you trust him?
No, the only person I trust is Jesus and what Jesus'
No, I'm
message is.
just telling you
Yeah.
that in order for you to be the doctor, let us say, and people they listen to you and they take what you say seriously, it's not enough to say I'm studying and reading. It's not enough to say I have faith. You have to have a good knowledge, real knowledge. So I believe that when you are ready, like I say, you receive enough knowledge right away. You yourself, without anyone telling you, you will feel that you are ready. So obviously, you yourself, you don't feel confident with your knowledge yet. So keep reading, keep learning.
No, the thing about me is I've been doing this for a year. I've been preaching, but like I've been preaching sometimes for like 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours a day, like sometimes like days.
Okay.
So I'm just like filtering. I don't have the energy. Like when I'm talking online,
So
and
I get
they're
you wrong.
idiots.
So you are saying you are out of energy.
Yeah, I'm out of energy. I don't have any.
Yeah. So
Like
you
when
know
I
it's
hear the
okay. I mean, if you are out of energy, don't. I mean, you don't exhaust yourself. Do what you can, and when you feel like you cannot no more, don't no more. That's it. You know, God will not ask you for more than what you can do. That's normal. You know. So there's no worry about that. I thought you are speaking about something else. That's normal. You know, for how long I can talk? There's time. I have to
thank you.
go. Everyone.
Thank you for your point, CB. Thank you for it.
And don't give up. Even you might, you know, you might try to convince somebody with the truth, and he insists, he refused to listen. Don't give up, because I believe that a drop of water can make a hole in the rock. You know how hard the rock is. A consistent drop of water, keep dripping, is going to break the rock, no matter how hard the rock is. So consider yourself the noise, the very smooth drop of water, and you think that the rock is not affected. Not true. The rock is going to be affected. As long you don't give up, you will always win. All right. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend.
Thank you.
Who is next?
I'm not.
Saluja.
First of all, no. First of all, I'm gonna debunk your argument.
About
Silly argument.
this is you, the 73.
Yeah. War. What does war mean? I war from this country. War.
All right, Abdul. Today.
My community will.
Okay.
Up.
But today I'm not going to.
Currently, no.
Today I'm not going to take Abdul. There's no Abdul for it. You know, just leave your stupidity alone. Just think about the 72 version. They are waiting for you. Love, the mic is yours.
Hello, CP.
Hello.
Can you hear me all right?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's ones I've been listening to for like the last around 8 months, and they've changed my life for a crazy amount. I made a big mistake when I was a young man, around 22. I said the Shahada. My mum's and my family is a very devout Christian, you know,
Okay.
and I got tempted by the treasures of the UAE. You understand? And
Hmm.
then I made a big mistake, and I've pretty much denied it, you know, for the last like 6 years. And then, you know, listening to all this recently, you know, I realized I made the right decision, obviously. So my question is to you, how is there any redemption for me?
You just
You
did.
know,
If you decide to leave Islam and
but
you
I
accept the
made such a big
Messiah,
mistake. You know, is it forgivable? You know, I just want to ask you that.
yeah, you've been deceived. You've been deceived, and
Yeah.
you were a victim. You are not the criminal. And then if you ever convince somebody that Islam is a good religion, you have to do and try to reverse what you did by convincing them or anyone else that Islam is not what people think. In fact,
Oh, I've been doing that for a long time now. But like, you know, is there some steps I need to take? Do I need to like baptize myself again, or am I just lost? I
you've been
don't know.
baptized before.
Yeah, I'm born Orthodox. You know, my mom's from Egypt. My dad's
Well,
German as well. He's like a devout Christian, you know.
yeah.
And I was just weak. You know, I was a weak man. So
As I know, the baptism should be only once, but
yeah,
because you left the faith, maybe you speak to your church because your church may have their own idea about
yeah,
that, and then I will leave that for them. However, for me, you left Islam. You are a Christian. You believe in Jesus, and
yeah. And you know, you helped me like confirm everything. You know, I
I'm
was like in the middle. I'm like a bit crazy. You know, like I couldn't figure out. You know, who's right, who's wrong.
yeah,
Because you can't really trust anyone these days. You know, so
I'm happy that I was able to help you.
it really helped me, man.
But
I was already thinking about it before, but you know, when I listened to you, like I knew I was right. You know, and God bless you for that,
yeah,
man.
but I wish you would do more than just redemption for yourself by
Yeah,
saying I want to do baptism, because you went through an experience, and I believe you have a duty now because you went inside the mud and you came from the mud. So you want people not to go there, and you should do some work and try to convince people. That's why maybe you should make your own channel in YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and tell people
yeah.
about what happened to you, and advise them. So like especially young people, they fool them, they lie to them, and they end in the same place you were in.
CP, I was there for like around 10 years and I saw the most disgusting things. Like, you think these Matawers and everything, you know, they all act like high and mighty, but you have no idea how horrible these people are. It's
I know them.
crazy.
I know them. I know
And
them.
then when I finally like you know, since I actually sat down, you know, because I was like led along, and I never like knew about this, like, you know, Aisha and this and like, nobody ever told me that, you know. All I got was this rosy picture of this beautiful, you know,
Yeah,
you're my brother now and this and that, and then, you know, but when I actually saw what they were doing over there, oh no,
yeah.
yeah. But thank you so much, CP. You're
You're
the man.
welcome. And I hope that nobody of your family was was fooled by this religion.
I wouldn't dare tell my mom, but I
All
think
right.
I should tell her one day, you know, just for.
Yeah. Well, I hope you will be able to help more people
But
to know.
just one last question, like, what steps would you? So you say just spread the ministry, yeah, as you said, yeah.
Yeah, and like go to your church where you
Maybe
used to go, and tell the priest there to give you an advice about the baptism if they believe it's necessary.
I mean, I was brought up in a Roman Catholic boys' school, and I don't really like those guys too much, you know.
Yeah, whatever church you went to, for me, I don't really care for sect. It's not my
Yeah,
issue.
same, yeah,
The
same,
important is our Savior, is our Lord, the Messiah, is not the priest. The priest
yeah.
name, the church name, it doesn't count for me.
I guess it's just between me and God, right? I guess, yeah.
Sorry?
It's between me and God, what, you know.
It's always
If
between you and it's always between you and
he knows
God.
my true intentions, yeah. So I guess.
Yeah, everything we do in our life, it's between us and God. However, when we do things for people around us and we lie to them and we fool them and we deceive them, It's not just between me and God now. It's between me and God and the victims I did lie to, you know?
Yeah.
So life is a because we are social creatures. We are not people who live alone, and we have friends. We have people work with us. We have families. So your life, all of it is connected, even though you think it's only between you and God. But what you do is going to affect many people around you, and then you find yourself, you do not only commit sin against yourself, you commit a lot of sin against many people by deceiving them, saying, oh, Islam is a good religion. Not only you yourself, you deceived. So this is why I'm asking you if you know you should maybe make a channel in YouTube so you can pay back, you know, to wipe what happened by something better. You know, bring people out of Islam and share your life story with none.
I can tell some stories, that's for sure. Yeah, but I'll take your advice for that.
Yeah.
But anyone who's listening, yeah, just don't fall for it. Just don't fall for it, please.
Yeah, Islam is a stupid religion. What we can say, you know.
I'll tell you one thing. You know, as soon as I got back there to London, where I live now, the first thing I went to that big mosque. You know, I was trying to go. You know, I was trying to actually do it, and you know, the first thing they said, you need to establish Islam as the sovereign nation above the country that you've joined. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, they are not crazy. They are, you know, they are fighting for taking over, you know. So what you think they are crazy, they can be very dangerous. Those are not just crazy.
It really is, man. Really.
Yeah. And we need to take them. We need to take them seriously, not lightly, you know, because those are terrorists and they believe in violence, and they are not saying things lightly. They want to do it.
Imagine that's the first class that I learned. It wasn't like, you know, like how to be a good person and how to, you know, embrace the religion. No, it's like you must like destroy the sovereign nation that is the UK. Yeah. So.
Yeah, this is what it's not.
And that's the biggest mosque in the you know, that's like in the beautiful area, you know, like the really rich area, you know, like it's not some like tiny mosque in the middle of nowhere. No, it's like the main mosque.
It's not their fault.
And then it was at that moment that I realized, what the hell am I doing? You know,
it's not their fault. It's the fault of the idiots who gave them visas and brought them to the country.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, CP, and God bless you. Really helped me so much tonight. And thank you, chat, for your good words. Really appreciate it. And God bless you all.
You're welcome.
And
thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing. God bless you. See you.
You're welcome. All right, Monica, you were away.
Yeah, sorry. I had problems with my phone, CP.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I do.
Okay. Well, first of all, I really want to thank you for being a voice that recognizes the problems that I'm also very aware of, except in Middle East. It's very refreshing to hear your opinion. But I called you once because I was the bald guy. And if you remember. And I told you about my daughter being with an Afghanistan boy in Holland. And I just wanted to tell you that he's a very nice boy and he was not a Muslim at all. He didn't realize it. He didn't understand anything about the Quran. And I let him listen to your streams. And now he's coming with us to church. So I want to thank you for that. He's very happy about it. He's not. He's scared to tell his parents, but he's very interested in Christianity, and yeah. So I want to thank you about it. He listens to your streams now as well.
You have to be careful. Do he have papers in the country?
No, he's born in Holland.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because some of them, they are willing to do anything just to get papers, you know.
Yeah, I know. No, he has a Dutch passport. He doesn't have an Afghanistan passport. He's born here.
Yeah. But anyway, you have to be careful because it's not enough to say he like it. He is not, you know, at the end of the day, he is a son of a Muslim family. And if you don't dare even to say he will leave Islam, so what's the point of this? So for how long he will not say to them, and how he will marry your daughter, or he will, you know, what is the future for tomorrow? Is he a man?
I always, yeah, I understand. I always have my eyes in my back of my head. But no, I was telling him in a very honest conversation that because he has only Dutch friends, me and my daughter, my 3 daughters, we are Jewish Christians, and I told him, I showed him the passage in the Quran where it says he can't be friends with us because he will be a kuffar. And he didn't know anything about the Quran. And I have to say his parents are not very busy with Islam as well. So he was, to be honest, very in shock when he listened to streams of you. So I'm just not pushing. He's listening, and
all right.
yeah.
Well, I hope he will be listening,
I'm
and I hope he's decent and honest in what he wants and what he do. Faith is very important in success of future for a woman and a man. And
exactly.
if we are, if I am a person who believes in Islam, cheating is okay for me, lying is okay for me, and then what is left, you know? So
yeah,
your daughter need to know that too, and they need to be
she's
sure.
aware. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to be sure, her and him, that they are they don't belong to such a mad cult, a satanic cult.
Yeah, I told her, and she's very aware because yeah, it's 2 cultures, a totally different culture. So
No, this is not a culture. This is a system approved by God,
yeah.
supposedly. This is not just a culture, because culture is just you know, culture change. You know, culture is not considered holy, but for them this is above culture because it kill culture, because you know what is holy as the scriptures delete culture in Islam. So like if you believe in something and your culture is good, and Islam believe in the opposite, Islam should be the winner, not the culture. All right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're totally correct.
Yeah.
But if I tell you that he even eats pork meat if he's with me, and he enjoys it, I'm sorry. Yeah, he called himself a Muslim because he's used to it, and but his thoughts are nothing about Islam, and I showed him that, and yeah, and they are listening together to your stream, so I'm very happy with that.
All right.
And I just want to thank you for that. And of course, I will always be aware and see and think, because yeah, I have to watch out for her. I know that, and I will.
All right.
But I just wanted to thank you.
Well, happy to hear, and I hope good news will come always to you. All right?
Yeah, I just have one question.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about it, but in Holland and in Germany, we have special Christmas markets. They are huge, and they are being overrun by Syrian ISIS lovers, and it's all over YouTube. And there are no Christians anymore on the markets because they are with big flags with ISIS and Syrian flags all over marching. And I live in Holland, and as you know, we have a pro-Israel, anti-Islam immigration government. But it's just way too late. I mean, we have 18 million people, 5 million are Muslim, and Europe is for 6% Muslim, but it will be
you have
20%.
The country have 8 millions. 5 of them are Muslims.
No, 18 million.
18.
5 million Muslims.
Yeah. Well, you know, I believe that Netherlands need to be punished, because, and I believe Islam is the best punishment for such a scumbag country. Sorry to say.
Exactly.
You know, prostitution in the street, drugs everywhere. Even if you want to take a coffee, they ask you with the drugs or without drugs. So let the country punished for its stupidity. You know, God always, he punished nation, and you know, this nation need to be punished. They passed the red line long time ago, and their stupidity is going to bring destruction. Yeah,
absolutely. It's also because, and that's my problem. I'm a bit of a warrior type, but I noticed that a lot of Christians that I know are, yeah, I can't say it, but people are cowards here in this part of Europe, in West Europe. And I just fear for the safety of my children, to be honest, in the future. Exactly, especially because in 2050, Islam will be dominating in Europe. So
I don't think Islam will be dominating anywhere, because you see, there's a big difference between numbers and reality. Most of Muslims in general in Europe, they are not really Muslims, even their name is Muhammad or Ahmad. Muslims, even inside the Middle East, most of them are not Muslims. When you give them freedoms, you will see something different behavior. I believe Islam is shrinking even in the Middle East. Like even in Syria now, all what you see, all of those are hypocrites go on the street are shouting Allahu Akbar because of fear. Because the same people, they were shouting Allahu Akbar supporting the atheist president who was there just before the whoever become a president and he have guns in his hand, they shout for him and they welcome him, because the whole system is based on terrorism. So in order to know who is a Muslim, who's not, just give them freedom. And those who they are in Europe, usually, they find Islam as a way of gang. It's not about being believers, because if you check them out, you will see that every one of them, he sleep around, he drink, he do everything against his religion.
That's totally correct. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
That's the weird
they
thing.
are the drug dealers, they are the pimps, they are etc. And then they say Allahu Akbar. So we know who they are,
Yeah, but we have a lot of violence and crime in Holland by them. That's the problem.
Well, as I said, every nation will be punished for its sin, and Holland is a bad nation, is not a good nation. They used to have a nice country, but they destroyed themselves by being losers, drugs and prostitution and sex, and this is not a country. This is a farm of a bunch of animals. Excuse my language, I don't mean you, but this is a farm of animals who live inside it, not a country. It's not a country no more. Long time ago, women standing in the door of a store, and women are naked, literally naked in the door, and this is supposedly business. So what you expect to be a future for this nation? Drugs is taken everywhere in the street, which means the whole country is high. So this is not a country. This is a hospital of bunch of people who they are mental, but there is no doctor there.
Yeah, you're totally correct. If you speak about Amsterdam or the other two big cities, you're totally correct. But outside those cities, I can tell you this is not a thing, drugs or prostitution.
I don't know about others. I can tell the majority of the nation is in the big cities, right? The majority of population.
I can tell you that the Dutch cities, the four big cities, are the majority are Muslim. Like Amsterdam is 65% Muslim citizens.
Horrible.
The Dutch people, they went to the countryside. So most people live outside.
Yeah, because Muslims, they have a lot of kids and they keep bringing family after family. And those, European, they don't even have family. So soon, the whole country in Amsterdam will be Muslim, which is good, because at least they will be officially, mad. Right now, they call themselves European, but soon they will be officially stupid and mad.
Exactly.
Very good.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, you're totally right. I mean, Holland, the route Holland took for 30 years was terrible by socialists. So I'm glad we finally have a decent government. But yeah, well, we will see. Thank you, CP. I just wanted to say I have so much respect for your other speakers I just heard, and have a good evening, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care. All right, who was next? Edwin, I think. Edwin?
Hello, yes, can you hear me?
I hear you, go ahead.
Hi, Christian Prince. I'm Christian from the States.
All right.
And I've been listening to you for a couple months. It's been an outstanding source of knowledge I believe the Lord has directed me to brothers like you and other people who speak against Islam and against other so-called religions like Jehovah's Witnesses. In my state or in my community, I don't really see a lot of Islam, but that doesn't mean I should not be educated on Islam. And I've learned so much. Before I ask my question, I just want to share that I speak to family members and I speak to coworkers about what Muslims believe, what they believe about Islam, and it's at some point I understand where they're coming from because they know nothing about it. They believe that it's an Abrahamic religion, where because of you and because of other brothers in Christ, it's not. And I really want to thank you for that. So my question is, I got married last year. My wife is a Christian as well. And I want to be the best disciple to my wife, to my newborn baby. My baby was born a couple of months ago. And thank you. I just want to know, what are some good qualities that your dad, because I believe you said that you were born in an Orthodox Christian household. What are your thoughts, and what are some good things that you can share with me that your dad did with you, regarding you honoring your father and your mother? That's my first question.
Yeah, first we cannot take what somebody else did and to be us, because as I said, we are individual and we are different. We have different culture, we have different location, we have different time. So what it used to be maybe good in my dad time, maybe it's not good in your time. But for us, we grow up in a family where there's nothing is called a child. You are growing up a man even when you are 6 years old. They speak to you as a man. So we have different lifestyle from where you are, where you live. Therefore, the treatment will be different and the way you grow up is different. However, we start with the wife. Talk is cheap, easy, but practice is different story. So we put theories and we have dreams, but most of the time our dreams doesn't fit with reality, because a human being is not a machine, have a manual, and we open page number 52 and we fix our problem at the age of 52. No. So we are a human and we have different stages of life. So always you have to manage and see what stage of life you have. Like, you just said you have a newborn baby, and the second you have a newborn, there's more issues will come in your marriage. Things never happened before, like taking care of a child, medicine, soon he will go to school, he have to pay for his school, who is going to give him a ride. So the more you are going to be involved with your family, and your family will change, because when you are engaged is not the same when you are married. When you are married is not the same when you have children. When you have children is not the same when you are a grandfather. So life will lead you into direction. At the same time, you have to lead yourself, not only life leading you. So to have a good life with your family, the first thing I believe that a human being have to be honest and decent, and he have now, like, it's too late for me to say to you, find a good partner who is smart and wise, because already you are married, and I hope she is. So having a wise partner is extremely important, because what the benefit of wisdom if the one you speak to is a fool? So we have to, if we assume that both of them they are wise, then the wise ones is the always will before they talk, before they act, before they get angry, they think in their head and then they come to decision or to say words. So I always advise you, when you sit with your wife, beside be your romantic and friendly and kind and gentle, you have always try to discuss not the problem, to discuss how to fix problems. As an example, we don't need to wait until a problem happen to talk about the problem. We sit and we discuss to have, like, let's say, let us say, a kind of conversation which will reach both of us to understand each other. So what if we, you know, what if this happened? Let's say you bought a house and tomorrow you're still working, but tomorrow you lost your job. So what we would do, you think, if we come to this position, and what is the wise thing? So we have to, you have to, let us say, discuss with your wife about life problems which can happen or you think it might happen soon, before they happen. So you have your time, you prepare, and you can overcome those issues. And the same goes for anything have to do with you know, spiritual issues in life. You know, your wife, she have friends, maybe some of them you don't approve, maybe you have friends, maybe she don't approve. So how we can solve that? Maybe one of them, she is bad, she is a bad woman, she have a bad influence, and bad influence bring bad you know, things to the house. So if you have a bad friend, how you can get rid of this friend? Are you going to force your wife? Are you going to convince your wife? Can she stay away from her? How we can make it happen? So life will bring a lot of things to you. So when you say what is the influence of your father, I cannot compare to the life today, because at that time, if my dad say to my mom, you can't see that woman, she will never see her. All right, that's it.
Wow. Okay.
But we are in a time is different. If you say to your wife now, you cannot see this woman, she might do the opposite, you know, because she grew up in different culture, it's a different time, and the man authority is not the same as it is at that time, you know, at the time of my dad and my mother. So how you can solve the problem? The only way is to convince her, and hoping that, you know, your wife is a wise woman and she agree. But so I'm trying to say to you, think about advising yourself before the problem. How we can fix problems before they come to us, because mostly what happened when a problem come, both of you will be under the influence of the problem, you know. But if you try to face your problems before they come to you, it's like, you know, we have tsunami is coming and we have an alarm. The alarm is for what? The alarm is to give you time to go to the high ground, right? Tsunami is not there yet.
Yeah.
So we receive the alarm, we move to the high ground so we can be saved. And this is what we need to do. Life full of tsunami, and there's alarm. We have to be aware of the alarms around us, about the man, the husband behavior, the wife behavior. If the woman, she is getting cold with you, she doesn't sound like the same as before. Those are all alarmed, and you have to watch for them carefully to see what's going on. What is the reason? Don't wait until the tsunami come. It's going to be too late. Did I give you a headache?
Okay. No, you did not give me a headache. I think I get more of a headache from the people that you talk to.
Yeah, because
No, this is absolutely helpful, Christian Prince. I know that you don't like to be praised, and no person should accept Christ, because He is our Lord and King of Kings. And I kind of call you my Arab professor, You know, I kind of see it that way.
I'm
You know,
just your I'm your brother. You know, we try always to help each other, and sometimes you can receive an advice of wisdom from someone, even maybe he's a teenage. You know, uh, always we have to be humble, and we have to see who we are, and not to be proud. One of the sin a human being do against himself is when he is proud. The second you feel so proud is the second you prove that you are a foolish person. And this is additional advice for you: be humble in your house. You know, the Bible teaches that the man is the lord of his house, but the lord of the house doesn't mean that he is a master of slaves. He's a person who gives and he sacrifice and he love, and it's responsibility more than a title. You know. So do what you are responsible to do, and we pray that you will be successful with your family.
Thank you, Christian Prince.
You're welcome.
And yes, you, my brother in Christ, and I think you already kind of answered it. But this is now regarding my dad, who's an unbeliever, and I was just wondering how far. Like I've accepted Christ. I've been baptized. I go to church. I do my best to get involved with my brothers and sisters in Christ in the church. It's been difficult now with my baby. But how far is it that I could speak to my dad in, for example, it's a tough dialogue between me and my dad, who's an unbeliever, and I'm an unbeliever, and I don't want to dishonor my dad, but and I will never do anything extreme to my dad, and my dad wants, he does good, but how in a dialogue between me and my dad, what like, for example, is me is me calling out his hypocrisy, or him me calling out his double standard on a lot of things, is that dishonoring my dad?
You see, no, it's not, but you have to be careful in the way you say it, because the purpose of telling him the double standard is not to insult, but to help, correct?
Yes.
So
I want him to.
Yeah, we have to say it in a way which is not offending. All right. So I will give you an example. You know, let us say your dad, without giving it like a real life position, but your father, he says something, he do something. You can take an opportunity. You can take an opportunity about, like, you wait until he said something to you, which is sound like he's asking you to do the same as he did, you know, which means being hypocrite. And this will be your opportunity, to hit the nail by saying, no, Dad, I cannot do that because this is an ugly thing to do. Being hypocrite, it's not right. People will not respect me for doing that. Even though like now you did not say anything about him, you are saying about yourself. So this way you said it, and it is strong, but you are not scolding him in offensive way, you know, like by rejecting something he said to you. You have to wait for it until it come, and I'm sure he will say something, because as long as he do that, you know, he will not mind to say it to you. So you wait for him until he say that, and then you say that this is not right. How I'm going to do this? This is hypocrisy. This is disgusting. People will not respect me. My son will not respect me if I do that, you know, if my son know one day. So this way you are talking about yourself, and supposedly you are giving opinion about you, not about him. But trust me, he will understand very well that you just hit him with the hammer. You know. Yeah,
Yes.
you have to do it in a smart way so you don't lose him. Because if you say it in a rude way, not only he will be upset, maybe he will stop talking to you. So you have to be smart in the way you deliver, let us say, your message.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. I over the years, I know the Lord has done a lot in my heart because I grew up in the city, and the city life in the States is very nasty, and the way we speak as teenagers, it's very nasty. There's a lot of cursing, and the Lord has removed me from all of that. And I reflect on that, and I catch myself holding back a lot of things that I just because of anger and pride, I want to just explode. But the Lord has done miraculous things in me, and I'm thankful for that every day. And it's a blessing. Speaking to you, it's a blessing hearing your channel, and I won't hold any more time. If I have any other questions, if you have another open mic, I'll be happy to join.
All right.
And so everyone, God bless. God bless you, Christian Prince.
We pray for you and your family.
See you next time. Thank you very much. Yes, please. Please do.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
All right, we have, I think, Zidem.
Salam al-Masih.
Salam. Salam Masih.
I had a short question for you.
Right.
Since converting to Christianity and not choosing a denomination, I haven't been calling myself non-denominational. I've chosen to address myself as a Sunni Christian, and I just wanted to get your thoughts about because it makes people sensitive, specifically the Muslims that I'm speaking to, because they seem to think that there's a monopoly on the term Sunnah, and I started to have some doubts as to whether or not Sunnah is something that is exclusive to Muhammad, or if it means what I believe and understand it to mean, which is to follow in the footsteps of.
Yeah, we will not change our topic to talk about Islam now, but I understand your situation. You are an ex-Muslim. However, Muhammad, he was not a Sunni because he never followed Islam. Sunni is to follow Muhammad, not to follow Islam, right? So, like Muhammad, he do something, the Muslim, they follow it, not what the Quran says. The Quran says you do mut'ah, then Muhammad, he said don't do it no more. What the Muslim, they do, they follow what Muhammad said. So Muhammad is what Sunni mean, to follow Muhammad, not to follow Islam. In fact, Islam become Muhammad himself. However, for us as a Christians, we should not use, I don't believe we should use any Islamic terms to describe ourselves. The best way to describe yourself is just say I'm a Christian, and the rest is not important, because this is the only names or description given to us in the Bible. And about offending Muslims, it doesn't matter what you say, you will be offending them anyway. The second you say you're an ex-Muslim, that is a big offense for them, and they will be upset. So we care who's going to be offended, but always depend, again, you are speaking to who. You have to change the way you talk. If somebody, he is the kind, like, you are coming from the Middle East, I am assuming, and people are different, and people there, they like to intimidate in their discussion. So if the person in front of you is kind and friendly, then you have to speak in a friendly way. If the person in front of you is a person who like to intimidate, then you have to be intimidating, because this is the only language he understands. And if you are not, he will think you are weak. That Muhammad, he said to them that Allah, he put humility on the Christians and the Jews. So when the Christians act nice, speak nice to a Muslim, he think that this is the curse of Allah is active. He cursed them that they think of themselves down. So when you speak in a humble way to them, they think that Allah curse is working. So I advise Christians when they speak to Muslims, especially those who they are the aggressive one, you have to be aggressive. You cannot speak in a friendly way. Otherwise, they will take it in a wrong way. That you are afraid, you are weak, you don't have good faith, and you don't have you don't believe in anything. You are just a Christian by name. So they have everything wrong, and aggression is their lifestyle.
100%. I wanted to encourage anyone that's listening to the stream that is on YouTube to please join our Discord. There's a lot of wonderful discussions that are taking place here. I've been witness to Muslims leaving Islam in real time. And it's happening both in the VC and in the direct messages. And God's work is being done. And just want to extend my gratitude and very much appreciate everything taking place. I feel blessed.
Thank you, Zidim. Good to have you, brother.
Good to be here. Shalom.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Let us take UT. UT, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, Christian Prince, I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me, first of all. I've been following you maybe, it's been 3 months now.
Okay.
I've got a lot of knowledge, especially about Islam. And God bless you for that. We always, even me and family, we always pray for you. Even my wife is listening to you every now and then, whenever we get time. So actually, it's not a question, but I feel I'm from Africa, and I feel like you abandoned us. You always go to Indonesia and all those places. Go meaning sorry for my English, but going is online. You go there, you guys go flood, do so many things with their scholars. But I don't see you, talking too much about. Addressing too much to Africans, especially from a wise man from you. Seriously, I feel we really need you guys. I'm originally from Ethiopia, and you mentioned Ethiopia in several of your videos, basically for historical issues. But to say one thing, Ethiopia used to be, as you know, it's a Christian country. They, I don't know if you know, Islam is spreading all over the country, and not only that, before we couldn't speak any negative things about Islam or about Muhammad or anything. Now we can't even say a single word. If we do that, they're gonna follow us, and they're gonna do all the rude things you mentioned and all the rude things they have on their book. So for me, to play my part, I was thinking to get you both. I don't know if we can. I don't know how to translate into my language. It is in Amharic in Ethiopia, and at least to do something about it, or if you can create a program specifically like Indonesia, for Indonesia, like Africa, for Ethiopia or Nigeria or whichever, so that we can get all those guys, we can invite them, and then at least try to start some kind of awakening that area. That is just my point. I always feel sad in my side. There is a question. What about my country? It is this thought is really, and I feel so bad. I just need your suggestion, and I just need your comment on that.
All right. First, if you like to translate my book for free, and then we post it for everybody in the internet for free. So if you can, I don't speak your language, so if you can do it, or anyone can do it, just finish the book and give me the file. I will publish it, and we will give it to everybody for free. About that we don't care for people in Africa, that's not true. But if you bring me, if you
not like saying you ignore, like it's like in a way of just to get your attention.
No, let me finish. You see, when I debate about Ethiopia, because Ethiopian come here and they tell me, can you refute this guy? You know, it's not me who went to Ethiopia. I don't know anything about Ethiopia. I never know what, you know. But I notice a lot of Ethiopian are sorry, Indonesia. They are watching and they care, and even some Indonesian they make article about me, like, you know, why don't refute this guy? So Indonesia is the biggest Muslim country in the world. So if we can defeat Islam in Indonesia, you know, that's a wonderful thing. However, if you want, go ahead. I'm willing to go and debate anyone, any sheikh you can bring me. So tell your friends from Africa, any country in Africa, to invite their sheikhs to debate me. Like I remember, I don't know where the sound is coming from. Is that from your side, UT?
Just my kid. I don't know how to mute it.
Okay, I will mute you. All right. Yeah. So if you have any sheikh, any African country, not only Ethiopia, and challenge them, post, hey guys, who can debate this guy? Who can answer him? And then we can get them busted, and this person will be spanked, and then Islam will be spanked. But I cannot go to someone. I don't know who speak English in Ethiopia. I know nothing about Ethiopia, you know. So you need to bring me the Ethiopian, and I will do my part, you know. So get me the customers. If you can get me the customers, leave the rest for me. That's all what I can say to you. Otherwise, why I will not care for Ethiopia? Ethiopia is one of the oldest Christians in the world, and they are wonderful people.
Oh yeah, it used to be. That's what I can say. Honestly, it used to be very good Christian country. Nowadays, unfortunately, things are really getting worse and getting all with the civil war and everything. You know, Christianity is even it feels we're losing it.
We have to do our part. So if you want really to, you know, post my video. Let us say you have to make a beat. So post a video about a debate of me with somebody to a Muslim sheikh in Indonesia. Say, hey, can you debate this guy? No, do you dare? And don't say anything. Don't debate him. He will say yes. So okay, this is his score. Let's go. You know, and then when he debate me, all Ethiopian will watch it, and they will see how stupid Islam is.
Yeah.
All right.
Great. We're gonna take one. Yeah. Thank you so much. Last word is God bless you. We really learned a lot from you. Keep doing what you do. Yeah, that's what I can say. Our prayers always.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much. God bless you. I think who is next? Glory. I think Glory, right? Go ahead, Glory.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm from Pakistan.
Okay.
I'm an ex-Muslim and now Christian.
Right.
And just want to appreciate your work, and I learn a lot from you. I'm doing some effort. I'm with Adam Seeker, and from you, I'm learning from your videos. And I have a small YouTube channel, and we are working on TikTok also. We are spreading the word that Islam is a false religion and come to the Christ. So
Wonderful.
I really want to tell you that I am learning from you, and I just want to tell you that your whatever work you have done is a great thing for us, like for the learners and who are trying to put their part also in this battle.
Yeah, we all, you know, when I was young too, I learned from someone else, and this is how life is. We teach each other, you know, we share, and then we give what we learn to the coming generation. So that's good what you are, you know, if you don't mind, is your channel in English and Urdu or just in Urdu?
We are doing in Urdu, but I do in English. Where, for example, my guest came, Saint Murad. He translated translation of Quran from from Arabic to without sin translation. So we did two programs in English. So
All right.
I can do in English also.
So
Yes.
if you like, you can post your link in Discord, and then whoever interested to join your channel and support you, I will be happy to hear that you get people to subscribe to you and help you. All right?
Oh, it will be great. Yes, sure. I can. I
Yeah.
in this message chat, I can share my link.
Yeah. You know, when I was a long time ago, when my channel was so small and so tiny, those who they are famous, they will never even let me. They will not invite me. They will not even mention my name, even though they come and learn from me. But they will never even mention my name. They will never let me. In fact, they block my text just because they claim to be Christians, but they are jealous and they are afraid that this guy will take their place. For me, I encourage people to go and subscribe. Actually, I made many videos asking people to why you don't support this Christian, not about me, not why you don't subscribe to me. I make videos saying why you don't support this guy, why you don't subscribe to this guy. So I believe that if we are true Christians and we are doing a service for the Lord, not for ourselves, then we should not follow the steps of those people. So in the future too, when you see somebody young trying to explain Islam and defend the faith, even maybe he have his own he want to make maybe some money, it's okay, still support him, assume the good thing about the person, ask people to subscribe, and selfishness is a sickness we have in our life. People, they see my name when I go to a chat. Many of those big channels now, the second they see my name, their face changes. I noticed that. I'm not a fool. They don't like me to call and to join live with them. They avoid even noticing my text in the chat because simply they are not decent Christians. So I encourage everybody to support this lady, and anyone is doing a service and you believe that he is doing a good job, support them. All right? Stay away from selfishness. Thank you, sister, for being here. Anything else?
Yes, I don't know. I heard from somebody that you don't collab, but since I am encouraged by these words. If I'll invite you on my channel, will you be coming?
I don't go to people's channel for a very simple reason. Like I might go to your channel not because you invited me. Let us say you are live. I saw a channel. I click in it to see what they are talking about. All right, it can happen. But if I go to a channel, then that means I have to accept all those who invite me, and then they will ask, okay, how come he go there? He don't come to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can understand. No problem. No issues.
And I have a bad experience. I have bad experience with being in with other people in the channels because I have my way to, let us say, administrate the conversation. Others, they don't follow let us say the guideline. Like once if anyone remember, there's 3 Filipinos, they asked me to come to their channel to debate Muslims. Anyone remember? Horrible, First, they did not do what I told them. I told them, don't say that Christian Prince is coming. It was like a bunch of 20 people talking at the same time. It's not organized, it's not smart, it's not wise, and it's not me. So this is why I learned my lesson. I avoid going to other channels, and who wanna come here is more than welcome.
Yes, I can understand. I can totally understand. I have one question.
Like Adam Seeker, you mentioned his name, right? Ask him. He asked me to come to his channel many times, right?
Yes. He came to. I'm the part of his team. I'm doing with him also, and he's coming to our channel on TikTok and on my channel.
Yeah, he invited me many times. Actually, once I spoke to him, Adam Seeker. I don't know him before, but he told me that he left Islam because of me. And Osama Dagdog told me about him. Told me that Adam's. I was talking to Osama actually. He told me there's a gentleman here. He's an ex-Muslim. He left Islam because of you. He's here with his family, his wife. They want to talk to you. So I spoke to him, but he invited me to his channel, and still I did not go. Why? Because simply, if I go to a place, then I have to go to every place.
Yes, I know that.
Al-Fadi,
Yes, I know.
another person, Al-Fadi, all of you know Al-Fadi, right? He invited me
Yeah.
1,000 times. I said no. The same reason. Otherwise, Al-Fadi is a good person. I respect him.
Yes.
And I believe he's a good guy.
Yes,
I did
yes.
not go there because I'm proud and I'm not humble, but the same reason.
I know that that guy with the CR something TV, that Al-Fadi, right?
Al-Fadi, the Saudi guy, the Saudi ex-Muslim.
Saudi guy.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. These are the big names. I am just a small person. I just
No,
randomly
no,
asked.
no.
I'm
Yeah, no.
sorry for
Don't
that.
think about
I
it.
don't want to
No,
put
don't
you in
think
that
about.
position from.
There's nothing. It's called
Yeah.
big names and small names. In fact, the big ones are the small ones, because the big ones are making a lot of money, making business. You know, I'm not talking about the Fadi now. No, I'm talking about other names.
I know that.
They are doing business all about super chat. That's why it's activated. And or if super chat disappear, they will not even come to YouTube. They will not even make a 1 minute. They will not waste their time. It's all about money. And many they claim, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. Anyway,
Yes. Sir, I have one question, if I'm allowed to ask.
all right.
Yeah, when we encounter the Muslims, when sometimes, of course, they'll jump to this question, what is your faith? And the moment they know that we are Christian, they speak about Trinity. But for me, I can understand Trinity, but it's for me difficult to make them understand or explain them. So how I can improvise in that portion, I'm not sure.
You know, when somebody asks you a question, and the question is, as you said, about the Trinity, first of all, you need to ask him, do you know what the Trinity is? What the Christians believe? He will say to you, you Christian believe in the God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Tell him, thank you very much. That's mean. Before you ask me about the Trinity, go and ask your God, how come he do not know that we don't believe that Mary is part of the Trinity, as the Quran said. So the Quran have a mistake. Secondly, to explain the Trinity is about explaining God, correct? Anyone can explain God? Nobody. Can I explain how God said, let be light, and light was? No. I cannot explain that, you know. This is the power of God. Can I explain how God can be everywhere? How he can know everything? No. How God, he said to the dead man, come from the grave and he's alive? I cannot explain it. So Muslims are a bunch of hypocrites. When they want, they need logic and explanation. When they want, they don't need logic. So when Allah, according to the Quran, he made mud and he mixed it together and he breathed into it and he made Adam dry for 40 years and then he breathed into it and then Adam he sneezed. And then Adam, when he sneezed, he said, Alhamdulillah. So all of this is understood, you know. Is that logical? They will say, no, this is a God power. So the Muslim, when they want, they say God power. When they want, they don't believe in God power. So the Trinity is God power, to be three and one in the same time. If my God cannot be three and one in the same time, that means there's something he cannot do, which means he cannot be God. Their God cannot be three and one because he is not God. My God can have a son, their God cannot, because he cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend, as the Quran says. It says, Badi'u as-samawati wal ard. How he can have a son if you don't have a girlfriend? So you say to them, my God, he can have a son. My God is a spirit. My God can appear and come to us in the flesh of a man. He can humble himself. This is my God. That is the Trinity. Your God is he who he cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend, for he's a man like us. He cannot have he cannot do miracle to Muhammad because simply he's a fake God. Your God does not have a spirit because he's not alive. Your God cannot do what Jesus can do because simply it's a fraud. So when a Muslim he asks about the Trinity, sister, you say the Trinity is God and this is how he is, and nobody can explain God power, for this is why we call him Almighty. What Almighty mean? That mean he is all might. What does that mean? That mean he all the power. What you can imagine and what you cannot imagine is in his hand. So the question of the Trinity is a hypocrisy. Explain to me the Trinity. Okay, can you explain to me how Allah have a hand and yet he is not a spirit? And how he can be alive if he have no spirit and he is not a spirit? And the hand of Allah is made from what? So the second they ask them about their God, they go in madness mood, and they don't want to answer. They say those questions are not allowed to ask them. So they allow themselves to ask about the Trinity, but they don't allow themselves to ask about their own God, because they are hypocrite. So the Trinity is the power of God to be as he is, as he wish, not as I decide. And understanding the ability of God is by saying God is all powerful. That's what I can understand. For no one can explain to me how God can do this. This is why we call him God. So the answer is very simple. I hope I help you with the answer.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
God bless you.
don't try your best to explain, like they are not even listening. They are Abduls, Abdul don't listen. Abdul is looking, Abdul is taking notes so he can offend, but not to debate,
Yes, that's true.
And when somebody asks about Trinity, says, so can I ask you about the nature of your God, or you can only ask me about the nature of God, because it's about the nature, So the second you ask him about, okay, Allah sit in the throne, how he sit? He cannot answer. Is Allah is everywhere? He cannot answer. Allah come down every day in the third part of the night. Why Allah is coming down? They cannot answer. So Muslims, they think that because they say they believe in one God, they have a strong point. Because we believe in Trinity, we are weak. In fact, no. All of Islam is based on Trinity. Allah himself, when he presents himself in the Quran, he says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Rahman Ar-Rahim. 3. Allah himself, when he said to Mary, Mary, she did not speak for 3 days. She fasted for 3 days. Zechariah, he fasted for 3 days. God, Allah, he made him mute for 3 days. When a Muslim, he do ablution, he have to do every move 3 times. When the Muslim call Allahu Akbar, they have to do it 3 times. When they do the adhan, they have to do it the same. Everything in Islam is 3 times. When a Muslim man divorces his wife, she have to wait for 3 months. So Islam is religion of Trinity by action. And Allah himself, he present himself as a triune person, not one God. And then we have tons of verses in the Quran. Watch my videos, you will learn more. As an example, when Allah, he says, if we want to take a partner, we will take it from ourselves. So they claim that Allah is one, yet he want to take a partner, a wife, from ourselves. So Islam is just a silly, stupid religion, and they think when they argue about the Trinity that we have a weakness. In fact, the Trinity is our strength. For God, our Father in heaven, yet the Son is down on earth, taking care of his kingdom. And he came to us in the flesh, and he did what God can do, not only what man can do. Because man can eat, man can sin, man can walk. Jesus, he walked in water. Jesus, he resurrected the dead. Jesus, he can tell you what you hide. He can read your mind. So when the Muslims speak about Trinity, the Trinity is always in the front of us in the Bible, presented by the ability of God to be in heaven and to be in earth and to be in a spirit, to be visible and to be invisible, to be kind and to be powerful, to be human but yet perfect without sin. That is God. So our Trinity present a perfect example of how God can be. Yet their God, who he claimed to be one, he is a one idiot. He's wrong in science, he's wrong in geography, he's wrong in history, he's wrong in Arabic, he is wrong in about even order what he created first. He contradicts himself. And then he is wrong about how God can have a son and why he cannot and why he can. So Muslim, when he asks question about the Trinity, he think that this is your weak spot. Give him what he deserves when he asks it.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you.
Take care. And again, don't
Okay.
forget, please, to post your link in YouTube so people they can subscribe if they care.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Who was next? I think Kay. Go ahead, Kay.
Hello.
Yes.
I've got some. I'm looking for some advice.
All right.
So I'm a Christian from Eastern Europe, Polish, and I'm living in the UK. You know, I go to a school. It's mostly Christian. I know, mostly Muslim, right? Mostly Muslim, Islam immigrants, and they kind of like you know, I'm a Christian obviously, so they kind of pick on me. They say like they want to debate me and stuff, you know, and I feel like I should be defending my faith.
Okay.
But this you know, this causes problems for me because when I do defend my faith, right? Like there was this problem where I was meant to do an exam. This guy said I wasn't meant to do the exam, and then after exam, he said why I didn't do the exam. So you know, the corrupting, you know, there's been multiple instances like this, and I feel like it is a pattern. And I've told my parents, I've told my father, my dad, I mean, and he said I should keep my head down, you know, I should not try defend. I should try, you know, take the punches instead of fighting back. I don't know what to do, you know, because if I defend, then I'm just going to
just to understand about the exam. What happened in the exam? Can you repeat again in the exam?
Basically, right? There was exams, right?
Okay.
Before the exam, this head of staff told me that I'm not doing the exam, and then after the exam, he told me I was meant to do the exam.
Why he can do? Is he allowed to do that?
No, but he did it anyway.
Why you don't complain and make a report?
I did complain. Nothing happened.
Complain to who?
Like the staff. Nothing happened.
There's a higher. There is a higher staff. Like, is that a government school?
Yeah, but you know I can't reach them. You know, I have to.
Yeah, my friend.
It's like a ladder.
Your dad is wrong, because the idea of putting your head down is about putting your head down forever. You know, for how long you will put your head down? Because you go, you finish school, you will find them at work. Okay, then I have to put my head down there too. And this is how Islam can flourish, because if we are a coward and we don't dare to stand against the false cult, and we put our head down, you will end having no head.
You know, I don't wanna keep my head down. You know, I want to defend.
No, don't listen to your dad. You know, the problem he is talking about, I believe, is not a problem, because either we are faithful and our faith is more important than any problems, or we are just a bunch of potatoes. We don't deserve to call ourselves Christians. Then there's no need for you to put your head down or in the side, because you don't have head anyway. Your identity,
right?
It's you who decide your identity. If you put your head down, you decide not to be Christian. You
know. Let's say I do keep my head down. I mean, I don't, right?
Yeah.
I keep fighting. You know, I keep defending my faith. But then, you know, this is gonna keep happening. I'm gonna keep failing my exams. I'm gonna end up
change your school,
you know, like filth on the street.
Change your school.
You know, but like this is probably like a countrywide problem. You know, my parents have told me this as well. I've been trying to like change my school, but they're saying nothing's gonna change. You know,
I believe there's areas there is less Muslims and the things can be different. So you have to find an area. There's areas where there's a lot of Muslims in England, and there's areas there is way less. And then I think you should go to those areas, not to that school.
Yeah, it's not that easy though. You know, because like my parents have a.
Well, nothing is easy. I used to be in a school. The majority are Muslims, but I never put my head down.
Yeah.
You know, We are the minority, and we are not the majority in that school. And yet, I never, I remember when the principal he says, "You guys don't come in this coming holiday. You have to come to school. The Christians don't take it off. You have only 1 day off." I stood up and I told all the Christians, if anyone come and that day, he will deal with me. He said to me, "I'm not talking about you. You can, don't come." I said, "I'm not talking to you too. I'm talking to them." So if you don't stand up for your right, you have no right. Learn that. The more you give up, the more you compromise, the more you lose. So people should stop complaining about Muslims being taken over in some places, because you are doing it. You are allowing them to do it. It's not about them being many. It's about those, they let things happen and let things go. So in your case, if you want my advice, find a different school. It's not easy, I understand, but you will find it, and you can go and continue your study, and you will be fine. All right. But then never listen to your dad advice. It's not a good advice.
Okay.
Because
I think he's a smart man.
He's a smart man, no problem. He's a smart man. But my friend, if I put my head down and everything in life, okay, what if you are walking in the street and a bunch of Muslims, they start touching your wife? You will put your head down?
No.
Okay, so this is the same. Which one is more important?
Well, this is somebody.
Which one is more? Which one is more important? Your faith, your God, or your wife? If you are not willing to let it happen to your wife, why you want to let it happen to your faith? Never.
I'm not letting it happen, but
never put your
sacrifices.
No, you have to sacrifice, and this is what a life is about. However, the school is not a big deal. Just to change it.
Right.
No, go find a different place.
Thing is, right? You see, the exams, they're on my record. So even if I change schools, right? If that happens, it's stuck on my record. And
make a video. Make a video about the one who told you that. Expose him in TikTok and YouTube. Let everybody love. Yeah, they don't. You have to do something in order to stop what they are doing to you. What are you afraid from? He make you not to take the exam. Make a video, expose him. He say, "Hey guys, look at this teacher here. He said to me, you cannot and you are not supposed to. Why? I want an answer." Let everybody in England watch it, and then he will become a rat.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
You have a powerful tool these days. It's called the internet, my friend. A little kid can expose a prime minister, a king. So don't let it go. Expose them.
All right.
Yeah, let everybody knows. Look what he did to me. I did nothing. Why? I want to know why he did not allow me to take the exam. Let him answer for the people who will start, questioning and asking, and then he will be in trouble, and he might lose his job.
It's the whole school though. Like, for example, I was there's sort of this stupid debate in history about gay people. This teacher was apparently Catholic. This is a Catholic school. And she was saying gay people are okay. We should protect gay people. I was saying, as a Catholic, you should denounce that. It's in the Bible. You shouldn't be protecting these people.
Well, this is not a Catholic school. Those are not Catholic. I mean, look what you just told me, that this is a Catholic school. The Muslims are in charge, and the Muslims, they have no problem with gays, but they have a problem with you. So, my friend, you better change the school. This is not a Catholic school.
Yeah.
Not Catholic. There's nothing about it Catholic, obviously. Thank you.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay, I think we have next. Who was next? Never? Go ahead, Never.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm calling from Saudi Arabia.
All right.
I work here, and I'm a Christian living in Saudi Arabia. My background is Turkish, so I have a home in Turkey. So I have to deal with Erdogan, and I have to deal with Saudi Arabia. So I'm in a dilemma, but my dilemma is light because I have the Lord with me. I just want to share some of my experience here.
Okay.
My wife, she's a teacher. Also, I'm a teacher here too. And in class one day, the textbook had a section on Beirut.
Mm-hmm.
And this was at the time when Israel was after Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Okay.
And my wife, she's not a Christian. Well, she kind of says she is sometimes and kind of says she's leaning towards Islam. But anyway, so she said in class, oh, those poor people in Beirut, the Israelis are bombing them. And once she's mentioned the word Israel, the students just freaked out and and she's not even she's not apologetic towards Israel in this comment. She's kind of referring to the people getting bombed.
Yeah, but they're upset because she should say Palestine, right? According to the Muslims.
No,
they're upset because she said Israel. Okay.
This was in Beirut. She's talking about Beirut.
Yeah, but I think, maybe they don't want to say the word Israel as a state. Maybe she mentioned that the state of Israel because they hate to see Israel as a state.
Well, anyway, what happened was the students complained to their parents, and then the parents came to the dean and threatened to call the police, and then the dean had to relieve her from her job to satisfy the parents, and she lost her job because of that one comment.
Well,
like this is
I advise you not to work in such countries. Those countries, there is no freedom of speech, and there is no you have to live as a puppy there in order to survive. And they themselves, they have to live as a puppy. Not only, the visitors, the citizen, they have to live as a puppy. This is a puppy country. Nobody have a freedom of anything, So I can't tell you much about what to do because I know that you are looking for a job and life is not easy and you need to make living. So I cannot give you just advice, just leave. However, if you can find a same job in different country, that will be way better to do than live in those countries. Those are not those are farms. I don't advise anyone, any foreign person who is not from there, I don't advise him to work in any Middle Eastern country, any Islamic countries. They are the worst in everything. You can go to jail for somebody for a post in Facebook. There's a guy, he made a review of a restaurant in Emirat. Review. He did not speak about God. He did not speak about religion. He did not speak about anything. He went to jail. Review about restaurant. He said this restaurant is bad. And now he's in jail. He did not speak about Muhammad. He did not speak about the Quran. It's about restaurant. So those countries, is when you go there, you have to be ready to be in jail for any reason, and even though you might think the reason is not even exist.
Yes. Well, I just want to say that in our workplace with our colleagues, with my Christian friends, we formed a prayer group, and we get together every I think on Fridays. Yeah, every Friday we get together and we have our prayer group here. So we keep our strings attached, together. We're trying to keep ourselves high in the faith and strengthen ourselves spiritually, and we're getting by with the help of the Lord. We have just the Lord to help us here.
Yeah, still, my friend, I advise you, if you can find a place to work in different place, will be better for you. Because those countries are, I don't advise anyone, to live in those countries.
Yeah. Well, I'm also Canadian too, so I don't want to go back to Canada yet. As long as Trudeau is there, I want the government to change.
Yeah, but still, Trudeau is way better than Saudi Arabia. We cannot compare.
like you said, God judges the countries, and Canada is being judged too. So, um, I'm waiting for the judgment to be fulfilled. Maybe I'll return after. I don't know what's happening
All
in
right.
Canada right now, but it's not looking good. And my other option is Turkey because I'm a dual citizen. I did my military in Turkey and everything. And live under Erdogan or live under Trudeau or live under Mohammed bin Salman? I don't know. Like I have three
Yeah,
options.
still, I think Canada is way better. You cannot compare, you know. Still,
Yeah.
still is not the same. Yeah. At least you have an options. I mean, if you, like, I thought you are just from Turkey and there's nowhere to go anyway. But if you are, you have more than one passport, then there's no problem, you know. And don't make a review about restaurant there.
No, I don't do that. I have a church in Turkey, so I do have my church that I go to in Turkey, and I'm right now I can join services online. But I don't like online services. When I'm there, I like going in person to the church.
All right. Well, God bless you, my friend, and I wish you good luck.
Thank you. God bless you too, Christian Prince.
Take care. All right.
Bye-bye.
New York, I think you are next. Are you there? NY UK, are you there? Okay, maybe he's not. Go ahead, Zawar. Zawar.
Hello, brother.
Hello. Shalom.
Shalom. I really have one question for you because, like,
All right.
you know what? I don't know. I feel like as if I am born by mistake. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. At times it is really very difficult for me. You know why? Because I just feel like everybody hates me. Everybody doesn't want my company. Everybody doesn't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm trying to be good to the people. I really speak good to them. I am being soft. Like, you know, when I use every time I use the three most important words: sorry, thank you, and you know, and please. But I don't know. I still feel that most of the people, they don't really like me for some other reason. I don't know what. It's really very difficult for me. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, is what you see is real, or this is you think that people don't like you? How you know it's
I don't know. At
it's
times
real?
it is hard really to believe that it is real. But I don't know. I don't know. At times I feel like the people really do that to me, and I'm not so sure why. Because even when I'm trying to be very friendly with the people, is it because of my look, because of my behavior? I'm not so sure. Finally, I've decided to come to conclusions, saying like, you know what? Maybe because I am born by mistake. I was never meant to be born. I am a Christian, of course. Though I was never meant maybe to be born and live life. Like, it's really very
You
difficult
know,
for me
first
to
of all,
accept it.
who accept us, who don't, that have nothing to do with our, you know, never meant to be born. Sometime you might even feel the wrong way because maybe you are not doing the right approach, you know, to get closer to people. Maybe because you are too friendly. You know, people they feel suspicious about why this guy is so friendly. You know,
Yeah,
but I don't think have nothing to do with you. You are not supposed to be born. I mean, I go through this normally. You know, I remember once I went to a house of a Lebanese guy. He invited me to his house, and I was sitting in his house, and the TV was on. They have it on the ABN TV, and then there was a debate in the TV, and then it was my voice in the debate. So the guy, his wife, she called him outside, and she said something to him, and he came back, and then he said to me, "Is that your voice in the TV?" I said, "Maybe," you know. So the second he learned that I'm a Christian Prince, his face changed. He never called me back. He never invited me. I saw him even in the street. He never say hello, you know. Why? Because maybe he is scared that those guys, the terrorists, will go after him. He don't want me to get close to his house. So he's a coward. He's a potato. Am I going to say nobody want me? No, he's a coward. He's a potato. I'm not going to be feel offended. I know who's right and who's wrong. So it doesn't matter if the whole world reject you, my friend. As long you are right and you are doing the right thing, just keep doing the right thing. People accept me, don't accept me. Why even I want to care? At the end of the day, what is right have to be done. What if I go to a town, everybody there is a scumbag, and they rejected me? Well, I mean, why I will be upset? So it's not you. Maybe you should not be born. Maybe them. So don't think about yourself in a negative way. And whoever accepts you, whoever rejects you, that should be the last thing to worry. To worry you. Just be yourself. And stay friendly. Stay nice. Stay gentleman. Stay faithful. Stay peaceful. But don't worry about what people, behavior towards you. The one who want to be your friend, okay. The one who don't like, even better, because obviously, he is not fit to be your friend. So it might be some time for your benefit not to be in contact with some people. They rejected you, maybe for your benefit. Don't be offended. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And
Okay, brother.
feeling being rejected is very normal in life. Sometimes, people are different. Some people are very sensitive. Anything can make them feel rejected. Maybe you are like that. You might go to a place, have a lot of noise, a lot of people, everybody is laughing, but you are alone standing and nobody is talking to you. And
Yes.
maybe there is a reason. Maybe it's a good reason. Maybe it's a bad reason. But it doesn't matter what is the reason is. You try to seek your happiness, and whatever your happiness, you seek it as long as it's lawful and good. So if I go to a place and there's 100 people there and nobody want to shake hands with me, I will still enjoy my time being me, not them. I'm not going to be them to like me. I will be me. The one who like me for being me, he's welcome. That means this person, he like me for real. The one who like me because I'm trying to be like them, that means he like me for I change to be like them, which means I'm fake. So stay the real you and don't worry about who like you or don't.
Yes, but just to be clear, like I don't really care if people like me or not. But what I'm worried about is about my behavior. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to conduct myself. Like the people don't like me. What I'm saying that I don't care if they really like me or really being friendly with me or not. But the thing is about my own behavior, whether I should change this behavior. You
But
know
do
what?
you
I
have?
feel like I am
Did
really
you do anything
like the
wrong?
people.
Did you do anything wrong?
No, not really. So
Okay, so that's not your behavior. I mean, I can say it's your behavior if you are doing something wrong. But if you do nothing wrong, then your behavior have nothing to do with this. Maybe it's their behavior. And in the same time, I say, why I want to be worried? I should not be worried, because you might be accepted by many, but none of them is good anyway, Yeah.
yes, sir.
You might be accepted by one person. He's a good person. That's more than in life. And time will tell you. I can tell you are a young person, so you might grow and become maybe 60 years old. But then you will find in 60 years of your life, maybe you have 2 friends, 3 friends maximum, not 20. It doesn't matter really how long you are. Still only few can be called friends. So in your lifetime, you will find very few, extremely few, they can be considered as a friends. And you will face them,
Yes,
and you will find them. Just have patience and don't rush for it to happen. It's going to happen when it's time, all right?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for your time. I want to take much of your time. There are many other people waiting for you too. So thank you so much. May
Thank
God
you.
bless
God
you. May
bless
God
you.
protect you. You have a good life.
All right.
And God bless you. Thank you, sir.
Never, go ahead.
I already spoke with you, But if you want, I have other things I can discuss.
You spoke to me already?
Yeah, I'm the one living in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, I thought you are done. Okay, my friend, let us take someone else. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Okay, go Lie, Destroyer.
Hi, CP.
Hello.
I'm calling from Canada.
From where?
Canada.
All right. It's hot there, huh?
To you for-
It's hot.
It's hot where I am. I'm on an island on the west coast, so it is quite hot. We're kind of like the California of Canada.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, it's very liberal here, and it's very dominated by LGBTQ. The reason I started listening to you is I didn't really understand the Islam at all, and we have a huge immigration of Muslims here, and a lot of them are quite hostile. So I didn't know why I was being pushed off the sidewalk. So I got pushed off the sidewalk by different Muslim people, and I wasn't sure why that was happening. So I started asking other people, and they said they were being pushed off the sidewalk too. You said something once about some Muslims who are more radical. They don't think that you're supposed to walk on the road and you have to walk, off the path. Is
Yeah.
that why that's happening?
Well, I don't know what they are doing, but yeah, Muhammad, he said, if you meet a Christian or a Jew, force them to walk in the northwest area, which is the sewage. However, why even you allow them to do that?
Well,
When somebody do that, record them by the phone and call the police and make a case against them. Make a case.
You can't do that. You can't do that here. Like when the Israel thing came, and we went to the police here are very Canada is very pro-Islam, pro-Muslim, and very anti-Israel. Like all the media is like that, and the police are very LGBTQ pro-Islam.
Well, LGBTQ or not, this is not about Israel now. They have to give you a reason why they pushed you from the walkway. This is not. Don't say anything about Israel. Why you push me from the walkway? How do I know? So you expose them. You expose them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they will keep doing that.
Yeah, like the first time it happened, it was a woman with an empty stroller. So she just caught me off guard and she pushed me off and I fell over and she just kept on walking. And so the next time I saw her, she tried it again and I jumped out of the way. We went to, my husband and I, we went to a protest at the legislature to support Israel when October 7th happened. And the police were there, but they were protecting the counter protesters, the Islamic people. So my husband was there and somebody came, Muslim person came and they pushed him down and they gave him a massive concussion. And I asked the police, like I said, are you going to charge them? We'd like to charge them with an act of violence. And the police said, no, they're a protected group. That's why I don't.
Protected the group. Stupid Canadian government. Is protected species. Why they are protected group? Why they are LGBT? I mean, what does that mean? Is it all citizens are protected in this country? So my sister, I don't know what to say to you about Canada, but obviously this Trudeau is a scumbag. He's a piece of garbage, and what I understand that he made the minister of my immigration is a Muslim, and he opened he opened the door for a lot of Muslims to come. However, you have to defend yourself, defend your right, and never compromise. Government, not government, police on their side, don't let it happen to you. All right? Because
I'm beginning to think, I've got to be more vocal about it, but it's just that, like, my husband got quite a brain injury. He was in bed for 5 days and he hasn't recovered. He's still got balance problems, but the police wouldn't act on it at all. But I'm finding it difficult.
So brain surgery, the guy, he got brain damage, and the police did nothing. You sue the police. Make a case. Make a case. Hire a lawyer. You have a case. You see, this is the problem. The problem is, the police did not do anything. No, don't let it go. Make a case, and maybe you can make a couple of millions of dollars from those scumbag who did nothing, because you are a Canadian citizen. He was assaulted, and there's nobody is protected when it's come to crime, because he might die. So what do you mean protected? So they can go and beat people on the street and kill them? So you make a case against the police, not only against the one. Actually, you should focus on the police more. So you make an example of those people who do protect such a criminals. Make a case. If I am you, I will make a case, and I will sue them for like $20 million for the brain injury.
Yeah, it's a permanent injury. The doctor said he'll have permanently a balance problem from
Then you should sue them, sue the police.
Yeah, it's hard in Canada. I mean, it's very, very
There's
hard,
nothing.
you know.
There's my sister. It's
I
hard.
mean, I will do it.
It's hard. Everything we do in life is hard. Isn't it hard to give delivery? Very hard, right? For a woman? But you do it, and you are happy to do it. So there's many things in life are very hard. So if you want to deliver your ride, the same as a delivery when you deliver a baby, you have to go through a process of hardship. So you do it, otherwise they will beat him again, and maybe next time he will be dead, God forbid. So you sue the police, let them be exposed, and they make an example of them for not taking care of your right, and make videos about it. You know, where is the police? Why the police not protect my husband? I'm not asking for violence. I don't want violence. I am a victim of violence. Make a case, take it to the court, and I believe you will win.
Well, you've empowered me. Like, I didn't understand why all this was going on. I didn't understand about Islam at all. And that's why I started watching your channel. And then I thought, oh my gosh, this is a huge problem. I mean, it's right in the, I don't call it a religion, I call it a cult. Now that I've listened to you. So you've really empowered me to, like, I think before you do something, you have to understand it. So now I understand what the problem is, and I have the education from you that I could pursue it and feel that it's valid. So it's good that I've listened to you now, and I do feel like I have to do something, because I just can't drop what's, and I've been asking other people, and they're saying that they're being assaulted too, and it's just time to do something now. So thanks very much.
Sister, I lived in the Middle East, not in Canada, and I never let the Muslims step on my shoes. In the heart of the Middle East, not in Canada. So if you think, if you think that the police in Canada is taking their side, and this will stop you, you are making a big mistake. The whole police in there is their police, and they never stop me. All right. So don't let fear overtake you. The one who caused injury, he should go to jail, and the police who did not take responsibility for protecting your husband, they should be punished. Make a case.
Yeah, I think I will do that. I feel empowered to do that now. So,
all right.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Take care. All right. Who's else? David was next.
Yes, CP. I am next person. So I just praise the Lord, CP.
Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am from India.
All right.
And I have called you many times, and I call you again, so I can hear you. I love to hear from you, and I only have a little questions, few questions. And one is, can I use the word religion interchangeably with the follower of Christ, the phrase follower of Christ?
Can I use the phrase follower of Christ?
Yeah, interchangeably with the word Christian. Because I saw Cliff Nietzsche, one of YouTuber, he says that I don't want to use a word Christian.
Why?
The word Christian, because it is connected to crusade, because he assumed that crusade is wrong. I think so. It may be that he's assuming the crusade being wrong. So he said, and then I cannot contact directly with him, but I wanted to hear it from you. I love Nietzsche, Cliff Nietzsche, and you, and Sam Simon also, but I cannot contact them. But I have opportunity to contact with you. So I
Okay.
just wanted to hear from
My
you
friend, I don't
about
know
this.
who is this idiot who told you he cannot use the word Christian because connected to the crusade are the best of the Christians, are not bad. They defended Christianity, they defend their land, they defend against the Muslims attack. They are not the attacker, so he's an idiot. Secondly, this is how the Bible, and this is the only way we were called in the Bible. You can find it in the book of Acts, chapter 11, or Act 26, or even 1 Peter. So this guy is just a kid. He do not know what he's talking about. Maybe he's a grown man, but he's a donkey. He's no Christian. A Christian who is not proud to be called a Christian, he is no Christian. This is the name of Christ, and when he say is connected to the crusade, he is just an idiot again, because crusades are not only the Christians, are the best of the Christians. Those are men who paid their life to defend our churches and our land. How in the world we can be ashamed of them? He is a false Christian, my friend. He is no Christian.
And another question, CP brother,
All right.
that the word religion, can we refer Christianity as a religion?
I lost you.
Oh, sorry. Can we use word religion to refer Christianity?
Can we use what?
Word religion, the word religion to refer Christianity.
Religion. Okay. You know, you can use it, but I mean, if you want to go deep in the meaning, it's not right. However, in the language, the word religion is about a group of people who believe in one thing, regardless what they believe. So if there's a group of people, not only one or two, like a bigger group, then it's called religion. So linguistic way, it's fine, but in biblical way, it's not too much accurate, because we are not a religion. We are a true faith of a true God. You know, religion is a word used for any belief. You know, is satanic is religion, Islam is religion, Christianity is not. Religion usually is a man-made belief, you know, not God. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, CP brother. And last time you gave me advice to about marriage, and after 2 months in February, I have my marriage appointed, and that will be given soon.
All right.
Within 2 months, I will be married.
All right. Wonderful. Happy for you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Take care. NY, UK, are you there?
Hello, CP. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I have only one question.
All right.
I have been listening and gaining knowledge about Islam from you, and I try to talk to my Muslim friends around me about Muhammad and try to expose him. Especially those who are born in Islam family, but I often sounds very, very rude and very offending to them as they always sensitive and respond with emotion. So I want to avoid fight between us if possible, so I usually decide to stop. But still, I wish to bring more of them to Jesus. So I want to ask, do you have a suggestion how to approach Muslim and expose Muhammad face to face without causing any emotional tension between us?
You know, I will not be worried about the emotional, because if a person he get emotional and upset, well, that means you cannot say anything to him, because I will be worried about anything in life. You know, like your brother, he might ask you a question. You are afraid to tell him the truth because he will get emotional. Your mom, she might ask you a question. You will tell her the truth. You will be emotional. So what we will do in this life, just because somebody is getting emotional, we avoid saying what is right. If he don't like to associate with me, stay away from me. And if he is not a good person to talk to, he cannot handle the truth, stay away from him. Speak to someone who is not going to get so emotional. Or you can create your own, you know, YouTube channel or TikTok. You know, speak to Muslims who you do not know. You don't need to reveal yourself, and not physically, and you know, talk to them, and the one who get emotional, not emotional, who care? You know? You have to deliver what is right, no matter what people feel and what people think, because the truth will set you free. It's not their emotion. All right?
Yes, CP. I was just afraid of any physical fight if we somehow that misunderstood escalate.
Well, you know,
Thank you for
you
your
have to
advice.
be, I mean, in any situation, you always have to be ready to defend yourself. Same time, be wise. If you think that such a conversation will lead into such a thing, avoid it. And as I said, make it in the internet, not in person. You know, if such a conversation in the place you are in, depending where you are, will lead into such a thing, then do it through the internet. All right?
Okay, CP. Okay. You're right.
Like one
I
of the
have another
reason,
question
one of
about.
the reason for me, I don't go in person, because I am a hot-blooded person. If somebody touch me, I might break his hand. You know. So instead of doing preaching about God, I end, you know, hurting people, or like because he decided to attack me, I have to defend myself, and then I go to jail. Why I want to do that? I do it in the internet. You know, I see those people, they go to speaker corners, Muslim getting so close to them, shouting at them. If I'm there, I would lose my patience. I cannot take it. You know, I will not stand still when somebody is pushing me. You know, so if I know myself, I will not be able to take it. Then, you know, I better not to do it in person. Do it in the internet. This way, you avoid any physical problem, and you don't end going to jail by hurting somebody, you know, which you don't intend to do, but you're just trying to defend yourself. Just do it in the internet.
I actually have started a TikTok account, mostly clipping your debate, but it's hard to get audience because there are still a very few people listening, especially my account is still small.
You can
But it's
post,
okay. I'll
you can post
keep
your
working on it.
account in Discord. If people like to subscribe, you know, they can join you. Don't give up. So what if a few people listen? You know, when I start talking about Islam, I don't even have one person listening to me. Just one. You know what one is? There's no one. And when 9/11 happened, even the Christians, they start attacking me for speaking against Islam, because this is not how a Christian talk, they say to me. This is a Christian love others. You know, you are not doing the right thing. We should respect the faith of other people, which is stupid to say. But this is what they are, you know, what they think. All the Christians went against me. All of them. I did not even find one Christian to support me speaking against Islam. Every single one of them, he was so upset. Even he warned Christians not to listen to me, because this is not how Christianity, this is not what the Bible teaches us, this is not what Jesus says to us. This guy is not, you know, is not being a good Christian. Stay away from him, etc., etc. So the first one who opposed me, it was the Christians, not the Muslims. You know, the Christian themselves is the first one to go against me, and even you know, make chat rooms to fight me, exposing Christian Prince. He is not teaching what Christ is saying. He is teaching us to hate Muslims. This is not right. We should respect other religion. Islam is a peaceful religion. We are brothers and sisters, etc., etc. So everyone, suddenly he become the best, you know, ambassador for Islam, and Islam is a wonderful religion, and supposedly I am the evil one who is spreading false information. Then 9/11 happened. Suddenly, from nobody, when I come to my chat room, to hundreds of people loaded up. What happened? You know, stupid people. I was warning them for a long time that 9/11 is coming to you. And then when 9/11 comes, suddenly they decide to listen. So don't worry about how many people listen to you. For always, you will find resistance from the dummy. You know, Satan, he used not only Muslims, he used people who they claim to be Christians. He will use even priests. He will use even the Pope. He will use a patriarch. He will use a bishop. Satan is very powerful, extremely powerful. Satan is real, same as God is real. So the second you start saying the truth, you will find a lot of resistance against you. If you are a person making a video about something silly, stupid, you might find your video can be viewed by a million people. If a girl, she is washing dishes and her skirt is up, she put it in the thumbnail of the video, she will find she will have 2 million view. And Christian Prince, he have 1,000 people listening to him. Well, he's not showing legs, and there's no butt, and there's no ass, and there's no boobs. So don't feel down. That's very normal. Jesus himself, he have 12 disciples, not 12,000. 12, yeah. So
Yeah, understandable. That's actually what's happening to me. Like people don't want to listen in
no problem.
a channel that mostly criticize other. But your advice earlier is very relieving. If I can, I have a question about Tawhid. Is it okay to ask about Islam?
Yeah, let us save those questions about Islam for a different time, because today supposedly we will talk about personal advice, but people, they switch my topic. Maybe you can ask me maybe tomorrow if I go live about so-called Tawheed. All right?
Okay, CP. Lastly, I like it when you teach about Christianity and when you expose the image about Christ and the idol about Jesus made by the Christians, or when the Christian is divided against each other. And it is very eyes-opening, and I hope you keep teaching more things like this.
All right.
Thank you.
God bless you. Cora? Are you there, Cora? Cora? Laju? You have to push to talk. Okay, if you do not know how to push to talk, just sit on the keyboard.
Hello?
Hello? Did you sit on the keyboard as I said?
Hello?
Hello? All right. All right, my friend, he disconnected. Let us invite him again one more time, give him a chance. No, it's reality, You will see, like, I watch one video. The video title, I have, sometimes I have, like, my YouTube
Hello, this mic.
is auto run. Okay, go ahead, Cora. Go ahead. Okay, look like you have difficulty. Fix your microphone and come back, please. Yeah, so I have my YouTube, running automatically, and then I was in the kitchen. I came. There was a woman, doing some work in a farm, in the video. But then I noticed that this woman, she is doing things on purpose, to show. Like she put the camera behind her and she bent over to plant the whatever vegetables. I noticed right away that this is, she's a scumbag trying to get a click by showing her butt. But since you saw this video, then the stupid YouTube will start suggesting to you same kind of videos. I cannot believe it how many sick people are doing that. video after video. I keep saying not interested, not interested. Like I tried, to highlight the option. I don't know if you use, in your TV, the option says block this channel, but I noticed by blocking the channel does not stop more channels like it come. So I said, let me switch to not interested. Still the same. So you watch one video, even if it was by mistake, you will be flooded. But what was disgusting is how many women are doing that. If I say to you, I cannot believe it. It's really sick. Women from around the world. And here we go. We have 8 people watching. Yeah. This is how they do business. Debate Sneeko. This guy is an idiot, and he's a friend. I don't know he's a friend. However, I made a challenge saying Sneeko, Batiko, whatever you are, come you and the Potato Uthman and those guys, but they were not there. We know them. Those people will debate someone who don't speak Arabic. This is number one. They will never get close to someone who speaks Arabic. I assure you that. Uthman, he claimed that he know Arabic, but he don't. He's a liar. And that's why he will not get close to me. Because the first thing will happen, he will be exposed. He claimed that he know Arabic, but he don't. Imagine I claim that I know German. I speak German, like, Afsish, Macht, Schnacht. But the second you hear what I just said, you would die laughing at it. What German is that? So this guy is a potato. He avoid Arab-speaking debaters because the first lie will be exposed, big exposure, that he speaks Arabic. Secondly, that he is a false sheikh. He don't know anything about Islam. So all of them, they will go to people, without mentioning names. You know them, like other names. They go there because there they have a chance, they have opportunity. They can say you do not know Arabic. They can say it doesn't mean that. They can say all the garbage. And they try to get away with it. Cindy from Cindy. Okay, welcome, Cindy. How many people here we have a first time listening to us? If you are here first time, give us one, please. And don't forget, if you are just listening, not chatting, to subscribe. All right. You don't do any, good for me by subscribing. We seek just more view. As you see, we don't have super chat. We don't have advertising. So don't think I'm asking you to subscribe because we will get some coins from your click. No. We want more people to see the truth and to learn. All right.
To face each trial, he's the cornerstone of our faith. Never in denial, his grace sustains us through the darkest night. In his presence we find our true delight. With forgiveness and love, he sets us free. Erasing all our sins, bring peace eternally. In Christ we find unshakable hope. Our rock, our foundation, helping us to go. So let us lift our voices high in praise and worship. Let our spirits fly. For in Christ we find the truest joy.